Welcome back. In this video tutorial, I'll show you how content filtering works using Ssl inspection. Back on our topology, we now have 3 hosts in the local area network. We need to inspect all the traffic that goes in and out the local area network via the firewall. So in this demonstration, I'll focus on the local area network, but this process can also be applied to DMZ. So I think you might be wondering, what is Ssl inspection? Traffic that is encrypted, such as HTTPS, is not easy to inspect. So you need an appliance such as a proxy or a UTM that will decrypt the traffic, inspect, then re-encrypt. So in most cases, the firewall or the UTM or the appliance that is doing the decryption and encryption will have its own certificate. So when traffic comes in, the original certificate will be stripped off and then replaced with the firewalls. What we'll do here, we will have to export the firewall certificate and then import that certificate into the hosts that will be using the firewall. In this case, I'll have to import the certificate into 10.20.20.240, and that certificate can also be imported into DHCP client and the management station. But for now, I'll focus on the 240 client. Back to server 2016, I'm logged in as an admin. I'll open my browser. I'd like to visit yahoo.com. It's working. I'll go back to the firewall, then enable Ssl inspection, and then come back to this browser. Back on the firewall, I have to log in as an admin user, then go down to content filter, then go to HTTPS filtering, click decrypt and filter HTTPS traffic. I'll click apply, and then one more thing, I will have to export the certificate. So I'll go to definitions, Ssl certificates, click on the active local authority, that is kerio.mydata.com. I'll go to more actions. I'll go to export. Then I need to make sure that I export the certificate in PEM format. Certificate has been copied. If I go back to the Windows machine and refresh my browser, back on the Windows machine, I'll close the browser, reopen the browser, and revisit yahoo.com as before. This is what I get. So you might be wondering what is causing this error. Yahoo is not using a self-signed certificate, but the firewall Kerio Control is actually stripping the certificate and replacing with it. So my firewall is using a self-signed certificate. So how do I fix that? In a bigger network or production environment, you might need to use Active Directory group policy. But on a smaller network like in this lab, we can import the certificate one by one on each machine. We can do it manually. So in this case, I've exported the certificate. I just have to copy it over. Okay, I've copied over the certificate right here. So I'll open the terminal and go to Set Manager. Under the Trusted Root Certificate Authorities, I'll click Certificates, then right-click, Task, Import, then click Next, click Next, 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 and Finish. Okay, so this is a warning. Since our certificate was self-signed, we just have to accept. I'll click Yes. All right, if I go to Certificates, there is our certificate has been imported. So I'll close this and close that, close the browser and restart the browser. So if I go back to yahoo.com, okay, it's working and life is good. If I click the padlock so that I can view the certificate, you can see that the certificate is valid to www.yahoo.com, but it was issued by kerio.mydata.com. So this is how SSL inspection works. The firewall is stripping the original certificate and replacing with its own certificate so that it can decrypt all the traffic and inspect.